Antonio Pierce, kind enough to join us. So, Coach, after the Abdullah score, you almost got off the field. There was a pass interference there, and then the miscommunication play. What were you thinking at that time? You had them down within one score. Really good opportunity to win.
Yeah, just like the rest of our team and our bench. Everybody, you can see them start to rally back up, get that mojo back that we're in the game. We got an opportunity. We just needed one more stop, and obviously mishap there with the interception. With the penalty. Then, the blown coverage there with communication. But even with that, I'll say this, and I know it doesn't go for nothing because it's a loss. Mm-hmm. What I see each and every week and every day from this team is a team that's fighting, that's into it, that's staying together, that, I'll be honest, still believe that we got a chance for the road in January.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And we're not going to give up, and they're not giving up, and they're working each and every day as hard as we can. It's just we got to find a way in that third quarter, in the second half now, just to stop having these mishaps, because the game we go into halftime is a 6-10 ball game and we're getting the ball. We feel really good at it. I'm telling you, if you see that locker room again, it's rocking and rolling, and it's just we're not doing enough with our details and execution in that third quarter to get us over the hump.
Well, you're really coaching hard, and Patrick Graham, because at that point Jacorian's out, Jack is out, Epps is gone for a long period of time, and you're looking at no Nate Hobbs. So what is that like in preparation, fluid in real time, when you know you got young guys out there, not with a lot of experience, but you got to coach them up?
Yeah, we talk about this even like today. Mm-hmm. If you suit up on game day, you better be ready to play the way the season's going. Yeah. Everybody that's been on the active roster, active on game day, man, you got to be mentally into the game because you never know what's going to happen. Again, we lose JB on the second or third play of the game, Jack late there in the third or so quarter. Now, Sam Webb really had 0 reps in the week of practice, and then you just got to keep going. And at the end of the day, it's professional football. We expect all these gentlemen to prepare as they're a starter, and we talk about that. Now it's really coming to fruition because we're going to have more injuries coming up as the week goes on.
Let's talk about Scott and Norv. I thought the pace was better, the spacing was better, and most importantly, the communication. I was in the stands for part of the game and then up in the booth, and I just looked at the spacing and the way the plays got in and out. It really looked cleaner.
Yeah, very efficient, very efficient. I think the one thing we all wish we had back was those red zone opportunities, right? Because that's really the difference in the ball game, right? Down there twice, we kicked 2 field goals. You want to convert those into touchdowns, obviously. But I thought Scott did a really good job of keeping Gardner calm and very poised and talking to him throughout the game, throughout the series, throughout the play up until the mic got cut off, and just asked him to do exactly what we wanted him to do. And I think for the most part, throughout the game, even with the late interception, which again, just time and the communication between the receiver and quarterback, I thought he did a really good job of managing the game and putting us in position to be competitive in that game for 3.5 quarters.
So that was an easier decision to go with Gardner again, as you made that decision early in the week.
Yeah, listen, Gardner put us in opportunities to win a game or be competitive in that game. And you got to keep going with it. Again, it's a growing pain. I don't want to have this back and forth with the quarterback stuff. Again, we'll see what happens when Aiden comes back, but Gardner will be the quarterback this week.
Coach, everyone's talking about Brock nationally, and you're talking to us locally, and this goes out nationally. I'd like to ask you for the first time, what is he like during a game? Because we see the highlights and we see everything on SportsCenter and in-house here at Silver and Black Productions, but when you're coming into the tunnel or walking out with him or seeing him in that halftime, what is he like?
Yeah, he has that look of a tiger. You know what I mean? Like he's steely-eyed, he's focused, he's dialed in. There's no BS. There's nothing else he wants to do. I don't even know if he has headphones on half the time, but he's all about ball. He goes in there, he goes in right to his routine and warming up. And then when he hits that grass, he's a different person. That's when his personality, and you can see it more and more, even on the touchdown, right? He has a little dance there, but just the first down signals, he brings a lot of energy, and it's not verbally. It's not vocal. It's his demeanor. It's his presence. And the team is really, we're seeing a star right in front of us being born and being created each and every day. And what I love about it is just I keep going back to it, the physicality that he plays with. There's one play, he catches just a quick, easy check down, and he goes north. And there's 4 Dolphins there, and he gives it to each and every one of them. You know what I mean? And he gets up, and he's like, he kind of
feeds on it.
He feeds on it, right? He gets him going and really gets our team going. So, obviously, you can see that was one of our main focuses in that game, to get him the ball, get him going, and that's going to be us going forward.
Let's start with Denver's defense. Now, with Brock going and Big Mike back, and that probably helped Brock get more targets. You got Jacoby. You're trying to get it to Trey deep. We know that. The running game, we'll touch on that a different time. But with the passing game now, and knowing that Denver's so good on the back end, and you're coming off a game with the most attempts of the year, that becomes an interesting chess match.
No, it does. And then you got to be smart with Pat Surtain over there, right? Really good football player. Obviously, he changed the game last time we played him. But we do like our matchups, especially underneath. You look at the secondary, okay, I get the corners, but we do got some matchups we like with the linebackers and the safeties with our skill guys, right? And you talk about Brock and Big Mike underneath. And if we can't get the ball to Trey deep, right, if they're taking that away or we can't get there, then we got to find other ways to do that. And that's something that we're constantly, and Scott and Norville and them guys down in the building downstairs are working on tremendously as far as just building that up with Trey Tucker. But what I like to see and what I really like what we're doing is just how we're spreading the ball around, right? And again, you know it's going to Brock. But outside that, I mean, different targets throughout. I think finding different ways to get our backs involved will be something special for this game as well. We did a good job early in that game, the first quarter and a half, of moving the ball 3 series down there into, obviously 10-3 ball game. The ball's at the 4-yard line. So we want to have that same mindset, be aggressive, and obviously, I know we didn't hit on it, but the running game. It just, we keep saying, man, we keep pounding. We got to keep going. And obviously, the game got to play out for us that way, too. We need to keep it close. And I think if we could do that and keep our defense fresh, that'll help us out.
Wrapping it up, what have you seen with Bo Nix? It's night and day, statistically, from the first 2 to 3 weeks to what he's done the last 4 or 5 games. And it seems like Sean Payton has got him completely locked in with his staff.
Well, we were talking off the air. He's a winner.
Yeah.
He's won as a freshman. He's won as a 6-year senior. He's coming to this one. He run the role as a rookie quarterback, and early on you can see Sean really all right, let me keep him tight to me. And now he's letting him go, and he's making checks. He's making throws down the field. He's being creative. He's using his legs. He's buying time. He's really comfortable. You can see in this system, and I think Sean has a lot of confidence in him with some of the calls and the shots that they're taking. So he's done a good job, 1, winning games, and 2, he's taking care of the football, which is really key for a rookie.
But it's different when Max Crosby's coming off the edge.
That part.
And when you look at your defensive line in a game like this, you're home for the first time in a month. I mean, this is a big deal for the fans as we always wrap it up with that. But Max and the ability to really put him in a position where he's uncomfortable playing his first time here after beating the Raiders in that first game in Denver.
Yeah, then you remember in that first game, Christian Wilkins had a really big game in that game as well. So we don't have him. We need somebody else to step up. Tyree Wilson now. The last couple of weeks, just, I know the stats showed up last week with the sack, but he's been doing good each and every week. We've seen the progression. We've seen him getting better, getting his feet underneath him, seen it get off, getting closer and closer to the quarterback. But we know they're going to count for Max, and we've seen that each and every week now. Sliding to him, a chip, a tight end, whatever it may be from a scheme standpoint. And that's where you need other guys to step up. And I think also for our coordinator and our defense, just to scheme up things to get other guys free in the blitzes. So hopefully we get that going. But you're right. I'm excited to be back home. It seems like we haven't been home in that stadium in a while, man. And listen, our fans, just like we always talk about, even when we were down in Miami, they're rocking and rolling. And I expect this place, come Sunday, to be rocking and rolling just as well.
And, Coach, last one, you've been a winner your whole life. You live to win. And these fans know that. So it's been a struggle here on this losing streak to turn it around at home and get that energy going again, because heading into the holiday, Raider fans who have tickets here at Allegiant Stadium, they want to win, and I know how much you do too.
No doubt. Listen, it doesn't matter just about my winning background. I mean, I want to win for the organization. I want to win for it. I want our team to feel what it feels like to win. It's been a long time, and we've been close. We've missed opportunities, and it's time. And I keep telling guys, it's time, man. Just keep improving, work, trust in the process, be a professional, go in there and give it our all, bring that energy, bring that passion, and bring it the Raider way. And that's what, hopefully it's physicality, everything we always talk about. We need to come to fruition at home Sunday.
Good luck, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it.